Hey guys, Alison here from Ladner Village Arts and Crafts, back with day number 11 of the 12 Days of Stitchmas. I can't believe we only have 2 days left. This is insane. It means it's almost December, and then we can actually start opening the Crafty Advent calendar together. So that'll be another fun one. Okay, so day number 11. This is the last one to open on this side of the box. Aha, the sweater. Oh, I was gonna say it's got a few more pieces than I was expecting, but I guess it's probably the cuffs and whatnot. Okay, let's see what's in here. So, outline of the sweater, the inside of the sweater. So there's like a snowflake you can stitch. That will be the bottom cuff. And then this is the neck, and then the two sleeve cuffs. Fun! Okay, I'm going to gather my supplies, and then we'll get crafting. So this one is sending me into a bit of a quandary, because there's just so many color combinations that I could do. I've got a couple of options here. Now, I pulled out 3 background papers. The snowflake so that I could mimic the snowflake. Seems obvious. This one because it's like a Nordic sweater, so that is also obvious. And then just the plain black because I thought maybe I just need a plain background. So those are my 3 background options, and I'm still on the fence. I might just do a whole bunch of cutting out and see. And then one color variation for my card could be a pink sweater, either the light or the dark. Undecided on that one yet, with silver cuffs. And then the other pink would be the sort of background piece that I can stamp on. Or we could go the 2 greens with a glitter gold cuff. That might be really fun. So I think I might do a bunch of cutting out and even stitching and see which one I like the best. And then decide. Heck, maybe I even do one of each. Maybe this is a 2-card day. Who knows? Okay, so I'm going to do some a whole bunch of die cutting and then stitching, because have we done a? Well, I might need to do the stitching on camera because it's just in case you guys need some direction. Okay, I will be back. Here's where we're at. I've got sweaters cut, so I did it out of the darker pink, and then I've got the silver cuff, so this is how it's going to look like that. I've got a few options for thread color. I could do silver, but I want to sort of mix it up, so I could do that. This is the dark red variegated one. That could be quite fun. Or I could lean into the lighter colors and use this light blue, which I think I am leaning towards that one. Okay, so decision made. Pink sweater, light blue thread. Okay, that's one. I think there's enough there to do the whole snowflake, but I'll leave it out just in case. And then sweater number 2 in the dark green with the gold glitter trim. So I've got options of the sort of goldy variegated or the light green, which I'm actually at the dark green section. Or I suppose actually I could do red, couldn't I? Yeah, wasn't on my radar, but that's what I like. Okay, decision made. We will worry about the backgrounds once we have my sweaters stitched. Okay, so what do I have on my needle? See, I'm using my needle minder. already have some of that light blue on here. Perfect. Nope, I'm going to start in the middle. So this one, oops, and we're going to come all the way through. Each little spoke point of the snowflake has a little it's hard to describe what those are called. But we're gonna do this slowly together. Okay, so back into the middle. I'm gonna come up here, back into the middle, and I'm gonna come up. And I'm not gonna go back down. I'm actually gonna come up here and do this little triad of holes, which if I had planned this properly, I probably should have started at the top, but planning is not necessarily my forte. Okay, so that's the first one. And then I'm actually going to come right back down to the middle and do the next one. They are kind of all intertwined, so that's good. Oops. Draw up your needle, always helpful. Oopsies. Okay, you see how it's coming along? So I'm just going to keep going around, and then I will do the same on the green, and we'll come back and take a look. Time to make some more decisions. So as I was cutting my sort of background pieces, I had a little bit of a revelation. This was my original plan, to do this. And then we've got the gold on the green, silver on the pink. And then I thought, that's a little boring. What if we swapped it? Yeah? Suddenly the whole ugly sweater is starting to come out. So we still have to figure out backgrounds. So not bad. Okay. That to me works the best. So that could be one card. So let's do the same for this guy. Let's get my band in place. Not bad. I think I like that one. Okay, decision made. So I'm going to cut these down to size to fit my cards, and then we can assemble. You guys get 2 cards for the price of 1. And then we got a stamp as well, don't we? I chose a very simple Happy Holiday stamp, I think. I think that's one I chose for these guys. Four and an 1/8. 5 and 3/8. Okay, I'm just going to put my backgrounds on my cards. The sweater with the gold glitter trim is probably going to need to be popped up just because that gold glitter trim has some dimension and it's going behind the cardstock sweater piece. So we will just pop that whole thing up after we glue all the trim pieces on. So there's one. If you were making a ton of cards for, say, a craft show or to send to friends and family, I know somebody who used to make all the Christmas cards for their business clients by hand, and they had like 500 or so. That's a lot of cards. This is the way you would do it. You would batch it. So you would figure out your design and then, you know, cut all your card bases or pre-purchase your card bases, whatever you want to do. And then cut all your, if you're die cutting things, do all that. Do all the stamping. And then you assemble. Is this right? I think I just got this. Nope, this is right. Okay. I'm totally second guessing myself here. This is what happens when you try and talk and keep your card design in your head at the same time. Okay, it's all good. It's just paper. I have more paper. Okay, I'm gonna put those aside while I adhere all this stuff. So let's get my liquid glue. Kind of doing it backwards, so I hope it's lined up. So maybe I should flip it over. There we go. And then the collar goes on the top. Now, is there a right and a left sleeve? There is. I think this is the way it goes. That's a pretty darn cute sweater, if I do say so myself. Okay, let's get some blocks on that. Glue it in or stick it down. Okay, and then this one. Let's start with the easy bit, the bit that goes on the outside. Now, which way did I do the cuffs on that? Possible I did them backwards. Does it really matter? I don't think so. It's a little bit harder to see where the embossed bit is on the glitter, I will admit. Okay, so I'm going to move the blocks onto this, and we need to do some stamping first. I think that's going to have to be popped up though. So both sweaters are going to be popped up. bring in my stamp and my ink. Now the question is, do I want the sweater down bottom and the Happy Holidays up top, or the other way around? All my other cards have been this way. I feel like mixing it up. Okay, let's do it at the top. Why not? Of course, I didn't adhere it square to my block, so getting it square on my card is extra challenging. Yeah, it's a little crooked. Whatever. Let's try and do better on this one. I did better on that one. Yay. Now, I just had a thought actually about the bottom of the card here, just as I was stamping. I wonder if I can put a little bit of something down there, like, oh, like what? These are all my offcuts from all the other cards. It's even got some inking on it. So I could bring in something like that. This guy. No, I'd want some more contrast there. Let's see. Stars. Ooh, wood green. That could work. I don't think the gray is really the best option. This stripe could work. That could work too. Let's bring in this sweater and see. Maybe not. But what about? Not super convinced yet. So maybe this idea is not the right one. Yeah, I don't think that's really, I mean, maybe it's the papers. I don't know. I don't think that's really what it needs there. Idea number 2. We stamp some snowflakes. And then we pick some colors. I don't want to do them in black. I could do them in like a bright pink. Let's try that. So I have all of my oxides. They all have their own blender top. And this is how I keep them all. And this makes a really great way to pick colors. I was thinking picked raspberry, but I think that's too pink. So what about festive berries? Yep, festive berries. And then if I decide to do this other one in a green, let's see what kind of greens we got. Peeled paint. Mowed lawn, evergreen bough, rustic wilderness. All right, moment of truth. Let's see what happens. We'll do it on the pink one first. Now, what I do need are just some scrap pieces of paper. I've just got scrap white bits in here. because I don't want to go on to the background paper. I want to keep it on this this pink bit. So I'm just turning my stamp to turn the pattern. What do we think? Oh yeah, I like that. Tempted to do the whole thing. It might be a bit much. Let's take this away and see. Yep, I like that. But I think I will do the whole green one. Okay. Woot, woot. This is what happens when I play, you guys. Okay. And then having a whole bunch of green snowflakes on the back, this might detract from the fact that I stamped it crooked. Okay, let's get the green. Just gonna trial it. Okay. Making a seemingly random pattern is a lot harder than it looks. When I set out to make these videos, I honestly was not thinking I would do anything like this. So this is just bonus fun stuff for you guys, because this is a little more involved than I was thinking these cards were going to be, but I'm also completely fine with that. Yeah, we're going to go a little bit over the words. Just want to make sure that stamping gets sort of all the way up there. Oh, this is fun. Okay. I need to get some pop dots on the back of this one. And I don't think, oops, we need them on the cuffs like we did on the silver. So let's just see what this looks like. I might just need some either liquid adhesive or tape runner on the glitter foam there. think double-sided tape will do. Honestly, taking off the backings on Pop Dots is like practically the worst thing about card making. Okay, there's one. Can probably add some gems to that. Let's get all these Pop Dot backings taken off now. And oops, a little bit of washi tape showing there. Lovely. Okay. Where are my Spellbinders gems? I might have more in my stash. This one I think definitely needs some gems. Let's put a big one in the middle of the snowflake. Maybe some teeny tiny ones on each. There we go. No, maybe we just leave it like that and not add any to the rest of the card. And we could do the same over here. Oh, that one's lost its stick. I do find these don't necessarily stick forever on cards. And yes, I've gone back to using my fingers, and I should be using tweezers. But we all saw how awkward I was using tweezers, so we'll just stick with my fingers. Okay, well, that was an unexpected journey, but that was fun. I'm kind of happy the way these turned out, and thank you so much for joining me. We are back tomorrow for the final day of the Stitchmas Advent calendar, and then we get to open up this bad boy, which is sitting on my desk taunting me. So I will see you again tomorrow. Have a great night. Bye-bye. I'm sure you guys noticed this, but I did what I had originally planned to do and then changed my mind as far as the color combinations, and I did not even clue into it as I was putting these cards together. So I actually didn't notice it until like later that night. I am going to try and swap them, and this could go horribly wrong, and I might have to start these cards all over again. But if I do, that's fine. I have more supplies. I can do that. But I'm going to try and pull this one off, this sweater off the pink, and put it on the green, and vice versa. So let's see. Sometimes the Pop Dots will release. Sometimes they like to really grip on. So we're leaving some Pop Dot residue behind at least. And I mean, sometimes when I'm filming and trying to sort of talk and entertain, oops, I just knocked a couple jewels off. My brain just, I don't know, just goes into like, I'm pulling the stitching off. Okay, so we lost some Pop Dots there. That's okay. We can fix that. I'm just gonna pull those off and reapply. Yeah, so my brain just kind of goes into like, I don't know, doesn't even work. Okay, so that one Just need to tack that stitching back down again, keep it in place. And I think these will be still be sticky enough. Okay, let's see what happens with this one. I did lose the gems, so I'll have to find more gems to replace on my snowflake, but that I will worry about once I've pulled all these sweaters off. And of course, the bottom I use double-sided tape, which is always tricky to remove. So even us supposed experts mess up. Not that I consider myself an expert. I am definitely still learning all of these things. And I'm just pulling off all the gems on this one. Okay. A little bit of tidying up to do. I haven't ripped the background, so that's good. Let's figure out which pop dots are going to be still good and which need to be replaced. It might be okay if I just add new pop dots. The other ones might still hold it in place. And we do need some more tape along the bottom there because that just completely came off. Okay, so this is supposed to have the pink sweater on it. See, that looks just so much better. Let's take the backs off the replacement pop dots. And then we just got to try and make sure we cover up all the pop dot mayhem. And I don't think these will stick again. No. Okay. I got one stuck to my finger. So I'm going to go in with some wet glue. Let's put a little drop, and then I might actually use my tweezers for this. I might just get some glue underneath all of these guys. See if I can do this with my fingers and not show off my tweezer skills. Okay, so that's how I originally, well, that was my plan before I thoroughly messed up. Okay, next one, remove new pop top backings. Cover up pop dot mayhem from other sweater and fix the gems. Okay. I think I've managed to lose a gem on this one. I only see 2 on my desk here, but we'll find it. So the lesson here is 2 things. Found the gem. Pay attention to your original plan. Don't get distracted and lose focus. And everything in crafting is fixable. So that, my friends, is what day 11 cards are supposed to look like. And you were all probably screaming at the screen going, "You're putting it on the wrong backing." Fixed it. It's all good. Okay. See you again tomorrow for day number 12. And we'll try not to mess things up. Bye.